Atiku wants to form a coalition, just like Tinubu did in 2015. But he's getting it all wrong. Why? Because of greed. Everybody wants to be the head. And that's why I consider Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be one of the most strategic politicians in Africa. For 3 reasons. The first one is, you see, Buhari was one man that was unsellable. He was this candidate that was unsellable in southern Nigeria. You can't just sell Buhari. But Tinubu did it. Second reason, he was the first person in Nigeria to form a coalition to remove a sitting president. The third one, he paved way for himself through the coalition. What does that tell you? He understood the maths. He understood the strategy. He understood the in toto. And he understands the end game. And he knows the result already. But right now, everybody is just eager to be president. Nobody wants to apply logic. Nobody wants to apply strategy. There's something I want you guys to listen to. Listen to this, please. Just take your time.
I introduced the concept of strong aspirant and weak candidate, and weak candidate and the strong, weak aspirant and the strong candidate. I explained. The issue is that you can have a strong candidate for the national, a strong aspirant. That is someone who is capable of winning delegate election because he can convince the people by whatever means. And he will become a candidate after winning the primaries. But he will be a weak candidate in terms of he cannot be sold across the nation. Then you have people who are weak aspirants because they do not have the capacity of winning the election. They cannot convince the delegates. And it's not about money. It's about comradeship. It's about people. It's about contacts. It's about knowing what to do. So we have people who are weak aspirants, but they're very good candidates. P2B is one of them that will be a good candidate, but we need to help him. That's why I said that if we can have a national consensus.
If you still don't understand what he said, let me break it down a little further with this video.
There are weak aspirants but strong candidates, and that there are strong aspirant but weak candidates. Primary elections of a political party are not in themselves an end. It is simply a means to an end. And the end ultimately is to get a good candidate that can win you the general election. And so galvanize the structure and give support to P2B, who otherwise would have been a weak aspirant, to emerge strong and be able to lead the party towards a formidable attempt. And let me emphasize this. Power shift or power rotation is simply not a license to elevate one zone over and above the other. It is a trust and confidence building measure. It's a mechanism to prove Nigeria's oneness. And so when somebody from Borno or Kano decides to weigh in their support for somebody in Lagos or Rivers, it's simply a demonstration of our oneness. It means the man in Borno recognizes his oneness with the man in Rivers. And so everything must be done to preserve the unity of this country. And you cannot do that without the principles of equity, fairness, and justice, which dictates that power should shift from the north to the south after 8 years of hibernating in that region. And that is what I think all parties should do in the interest of national unity, development, and national rebirth.
Did you guys hear him? You see, during 2015, Tinubu wasn't greedy. If he was greedy, he would have injected himself. First of all, he read the room, he read the atmosphere in the country and understood it was the time of the North. Simple. And he backed a northern candidate, supported a northern candidate. Now the question is, why can't Atiku do the same? Not to talk of, the South has supported Atiku. The South has sacrificed for Atiku. Yet Atiku can't sacrifice for the South. It now makes it seem as if this coalition has an agenda, a northern agenda. Because if you can't sacrifice for the South, then why do you call yourself a unifier? How will you say you are detribalized? Because I don't understand. All you need to do, if you really want to unseat Tinubu, since you said there is no time in the nation that we are in dire need of leadership, if you really want to unseat Tinubu, ask the North to queue behind the P2B candidacy. That's all. Choose anybody of your choice to be his vice Anybody of your choice. And you guys will come out victorious. Anybody. The same thing Tinubu did. Nobody have heard about Osibanjo before until Tinubu nominated him to be Buhari's vice. Nobody has heard of him before. Can't you do the same? Must you be president? Why Obi no go pave way for you? 2031 or 2034, make him pave way for you so that you become that president you really desire. That's the only way. If not, the only option I have for you is for you to just chill till 2031 when it's the turn of the North, or you go home and rest, or you retire from active politics. Stop being this greedy, Atiku. How about